Hello, everybody. Good evening.
Good evening, teacher.
How are you today?
Hi, good, thank you. A little tired, but I'm good.
Okay, that's great to know. Okay, welcome, welcome for the ones who are just joining our session tonight. Okay, so in today's session, we are going to continue working with some important information. So let me share my screen and we can. Okay, perfect. Okay, so in tonight's session, we are going to start with a new unit, okay? In this new unit, we are going to start checking some information related to some other type of pronouns, okay? And this is very important because in English, we have a lot of pronouns, okay? But we are going to focus on these specific ones that we have here. The subject pronouns are the ones that you already know, the ones that you have checked before, okay? And now we are going to practice how to use the object pronoun, okay? For example, the subject pronoun is I. So what is the object pronoun?
Me,
In the case for you, what is the object pronoun?
You.
For he?
In.
For she?
Her.
For we?
Us.
teacher.
Okay.
Them.
Them. Excellent.
Teacher,
Yes.
for you is not yours or your.
No, because these are object pronouns.
Oh,
Your is an adjective and yours is a possessive pronoun.
okay.
Yeah, we are working with the object pronouns right now. Okay, so this is important because they are actually the same, okay? The only difference is that the subject pronouns goes at the beginning of the sentence and the objects can be in the middle. So let's check more information about this. All right, so this is the structure that we are going to follow in order to create sentences. For example, in this case, I have this example. Can you read the example, Carla, please?
Okay. Call me.
So in this case, what is the verb?
Call.
Excellent. So me is the object pronoun. Okay, very nice. Let's continue. Can you read the second example, Danny?
Tell you.
What is the verb?
Tell.
Excellent. So you, in this case, is the object pronoun. Let's continue. Can you help me with this one, Eric?
Love her.
Okay, what is the verb?
Love.
All right. So the object pronoun,
Her.
her. Excellent. Can you help me with this one, Ingrid?
Fine, butter.
The last one?
The pronoun.
This one. Just read the information.
De nuevo.
Please.
Science is object pronoun.
Okay, so what is the verb?
Pint
And the object pronoun?
is
Excellent, very good. Let's continue. Can you help me with this one, Jacqueline?
Hello, teacher.
Hello.
Repeat, please.
Okay, can you read the example, please?
By it.
What is the verb?
By
And the object pronoun?
it.
Excellent. Can you help me with the next one, Kaylin?
Textbooks.
What is the verb?
Text.
And the object pronoun?
Us.
Good. Let's continue. Maria Navarrete, can you help me with this one?
Pay them.
Okay. What is the verb?
Pay
And the object?
them.
Good. So, as you can see, I'm just sharing these extra pictures so you can get a better idea. When we are creating sentences, okay, with the object pronouns, they come after the verb, okay? And you can see it in the example. Here I have the verb at the beginning, and after the verb, you have the object pronoun. That is how we use it, okay? So the verbs come first, and after the verbs, the objects. Is the information clear for that? Okay, I hope it is. Let's continue checking more information. So we have the normal sentences, okay? This is the structure for a normal sentence. Subject, verb, complement. And if you want to, okay, add an object pronoun, this should be part of the complement. Okay, so you can have a normal complement or a complement with an object pronoun. For example, can you read this example, please, Maria Rivera?
I told to me mom.
Okay, excellent. Now I want you to focus on this. My mom. Okay, so if I want to use an object pronoun because I don't want to say my mom, what is the pronoun that I'm going to use? Can you help me with this one, Mauricio?
I tell to her.
Excellent. Okay, so as you can see, I have two options. I can use the complete information, okay, or I can use the object pronoun. The only thing that you have to keep in mind is that the verb comes first, okay? Her is the same as my mom because they are talking about she, okay? So they are the same, my mom and her. Let's continue. Can you help me reading this example, please, Miguel Ángel?
She buys flowers.
Okay, thank you very much. And can you help me with the second example, Danny?
She buys them.
Okay, very good. Again, as you can see in the examples, flowers is the original word, but they are in plural. So I can say them because it is the same as if I am saying they. Okay, she buys them. She buys flowers. So them is making reference to the flowers. Let's continue. Can you read the next example, please, David Machado?
Um, next sería they they buy a house. Entonces
Okay.
podría ser los alumnos pintan o la familia pinta la house. Family paints a house.
Okay. Thank you, David. Okay. And can you help me with the next example? Let me see, Eric.
They paint it. They paint it.
Okay, perfect. Very good. So as you can see in this case, we are talking about the house. The house is a thing. So we know that the object pronoun in this case is it. Okay, so I can say the house or I can say it. And as you can see, the subject and the verb are exactly the same. I am not changing anything. The only thing that I'm changing is the object. Okay? Questions about the structures before we continue?
No question, teacher.
Okay. Sorry. Good. Let's continue. Okay. So in this example, oops, sorry. Before we continue, I'm going to send you this to the chat because we are going to use it in tonight's session. Just give me a second. Okay, you have it here in the Zoom chat, but I will also send it to the other one. Just give me a second. Okay, so you have it in WhatsApp and also you have it here in Zoom. So we can continue. Okay, now in the next exercise, what we are going to do is to identify what are the objects in each of the sentences, and we are going to change them so we can use the object pronouns, okay? So the first one, we are going to do it together so you can see how we are going to do the rest, okay? So in the sentence number 1, the teacher always gives the students homework, okay? What is the object?
Her,
I'm sorry?
her,
The question is, what is the object? The object of the sentence.
The object is them for the student.
Ah, okay. So in this case, remember, we have the verb, okay? And the word that comes after the verb In this case, we have the students. So this is the object of the preposition. I'm sorry, the object of the sentence. So if I want to change this word, what is the object that I use for the student?
Them.
Them. Mhm. Okay, very good. So I say the teacher always gives them homework. Okay, very good. Now, I want to show you something else before we continue because I consider it's important. Just give me a sec. Okay, I'm going to show you how we can identify the different objects in the sentence. So just make this bigger. Okay. So in this example, I want to show you some information about something that it is the direct objects. This is for you to identify what are the objects in the sentence, okay? For example, in this case, I have the sentence, I buy flowers. As you can see, I have the subject, I have the verb, and this is my complement, okay? Now, how do I identify the direct object? Easy. I just have to ask the question. What? Okay, that is the most important question. I use the question and the verb that I have here. So for example, what do I buy? I am using do, okay, because this is simple present. So that is why I am using. And as you can see, I am using the same verb. Now, if I can answer the question, what, that is going to be the direct object. For example, in this case, I buy flowers. What do I buy? Flowers. So I know that this is my direct object, okay? Because that is what I buy. Let's check the other example. In this case, I have, she finishes the homework. Again, subject, verb, complete. I have a complete sentence. Now again, I have to create my question. Always with what? What? Then I have to use the verb. As you can see, this is third person singular. So I'm going to use does. What does she finish? Okay. What does she finish? Because as you can see, I'm talking about a girl. A girl. The verb is finish. So I'm using the same verb. Okay. So again, what does she finish? The homework. Okay. So if I can answer the question, that is my direct object. Okay. Now, what about in the other one? They write a letter. Subject, verb, complement. Everything is okay. So what is the question in this case?
What
Uh-huh.
do they read?
What do they write? Okay, very good. So what is the answer? What do they write?
They write a letter.
Uh-huh. So the letter is my direct object. Okay. So that is how you identify the objects in the sentence. This is important because in that way, you can identify all the time the objects in the sentence. Questions about this before we continue? Is it clear, the information? Okay, I hope it is clear. Let's continue then. Now that I show you that, the next activity should be easier because now you know how to identify the objects in the sentence. So again, in the previous, sorry, in the previous activity, we identified that the object in this sentence is a student, okay? So we changed that for the correct object of the object pronoun. In this case, is them. The teacher always gives them homework, okay? Now let's see if you can do it. Let's start with, let me see, Jacqueline. The sentence number 2. What is the object in this case?
Ahorita, teacher. Object is
Remember that you need to focus on the verb. The verb is telling you what is the object.
the verb is the book. Book, perdón.
The verb is reading.
Ah, sí.
Uh-huh. So what is the object?
En me, the object.
What is the word that it is after the verb?
Reading.
Reading is the verb, but the word after the verb?
The book.
Okay. So what are you reading? The book. So this is the object. So what is the object pronoun that I use to change it?
No, me cuesta, teacher.
Okay, don't worry. We can do it together. Let's go back. If we are talking about the book, what do you think is the object pronoun that I can use for the book? Here you have the options. Me, you, him, her, it, us, them. What is the object pronoun for the book?
Use.
Us is for we.
Use.
Do you consider that we is the book?
Me. It.
It.
Pensé que porque eran las dos personas, hablando de él y la hermana.
We are
Nosotros.
talking about the book. The book, only the book. I'm not talking about the subjects. I'm talking about the object. The object in this case is the book. So we need to focus on this. In this case, then, is it. Okay?
Okay.
So I am reading it to my little sister. The book, just that. Okay, let's try with someone else. Thank you very much, Jacqueline. All right, what about the sentence number 3? Can you help me with this one? Let me see, Mariana Barreta. Okay, maybe not. Carla Maria. Okay, so let's do it together. No problem. We are going to do it as a class. Okay, so the sentence number 3 is, can you help me just read? Just read the sentence. Danny, can you read the sentence?
The boys are riding their bikes.
Okay, thank you very much. So in the sentence, what is the verb?
Riding.
Riding.
Riding, excellent. So what is the word that comes after the verb?
Them.
Uh-huh. What are they riding?
Their bikes.
Okay, so then this is my object. What are they riding? Their bikes. So this is the object. So now that I identify the object, how can I change it? What is the object pronoun that I can use? Bikes. Remember that you have the options. You have the chart in Zoom and also you have it in WhatsApp. What is the best option for bikes?
It.
It, if I am talking only about one bike, but this is bikes in plural.
Them.
Them. Mhm. Excellent. Okay, so I can say the boys are riding their bikes or the boys are riding them. Okay, because we're talking about the bikes. Let's continue. Can you help me reading the sentence number 4, please? Kaylin, just read the sentence. Okay, maybe not. Mauricio, can you read the sentence number 4, please?
Is writing.
Can you read the sentence, please? Just read the sentence. The sentence number 4, can you read it, please?
My father is riding a little Dujon.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, what is the verb?
Right.
Writing, excellent. So What is he writing? What is he writing? What is the word that comes right after writing? The question is for everybody, not only for Mauricio. The question is for everybody.
Mm,
The subject is the object is him.
Again, the verb is writing. So what is the word that comes after writing?
A letter.
A letter. Excellent. So this is my object. What is he writing? A letter. So this is the object. Now that I have identified the object, how can I change it? What is the object pronoun?
It.
it.
It. Excellent. So I can say my father is writing a letter or my father is writing it. Very good. Let's continue. Can you help me reading number 5, Eric, please?
I don't know the answer.
Excellent. So what is the verb in this sentence?
No.
So what is the word that comes after no?
The answer?
The answer. Excellent. What you don't know? The answer. So how can I change the answer with the object pronoun?
I don't know it.
Excellent. I don't know it. I don't know the answer. Very good. Okay, before we continue, questions about this?
No, teacher.
Okay. I'm going to clear this because I want to show you something else so we can continue practice. Okay, now we have practiced how to identify the direct objects. But also we have other words that are considered indirect objects. Okay, because there are two types of objects that we can find in sentences. Now you may say, what are the indirect objects? As you can see in this case, I am answering the question what, okay? When we are talking about the indirect objects, we are going to answer the question to whom, okay? For example, I'm going to use the same sentence again. Okay, so in this part, we have the sentence again. I buy flowers. We know that this is the direct object because we identified the object before. What do I buy? Flowers. Okay, so I know that this is the direct object. But the question in this case is to whom? I buy them. Okay, so in this case, I'm asking the question to whom, okay? To whom I buy the flowers? To whom I buy them? My mother, okay? She, my mother, is the person who receives the flowers. So the indirect object are the people who receives the objects, okay? For example, in the other sentence, I have, they write a letter to their sister. Again, we know that a letter, in this case, is the object, okay? It's the direct object because we checked it before. But then I ask the question again. To whom they write it? Remember that this is related to the object. I am asking about the object. To whom they write it. And I can answer the question. Who is the person receiving the letter? The person receiving the letter is their sister. So this is my indirect object. Okay? So I'm going to rephrase the information again. The direct object is the something, okay? So you can answer the question what? What do I buy? What do I sell? What does she finish? What do they write? I can answer the question what. But when I'm talking about the indirect object, is the person who receives the object. Okay? So in this case, the object is the flowers. And who receives the flowers? My mother. The object is the letter. Who receives the letter? Their sister. Okay? So we can change the question so you don't get confused. Who receives them? Okay? Who receives it? Okay? So we can answer the question who. This is a person. This is an object. This is a person. Okay? Questions about the indirect objects? Or is it clear? No questions?
No, teacher.
Okay. Let's continue. Sorry. Okay, so I'm going to review the information again quickly. So we had the students, the book, their bikes, a letter, and the answer. Okay. In this one, we said them, it, okay. So this is where we left. Okay. This was the last thing that we checked. Now, sorry. In the sentence number 1, do I have an indirect object? The teacher always gives the students homework. Do we have an indirect object?
The students?
Ah, Okay. So then we say that actually the homework is the object. Okay. So in this case, what do the teacher give to the students? Homework. Okay. Now, who receives the homework?
The students.
The students. So the students receive the homework. So what is the object pronoun again for the students?
Them.
Them. Mhm. Okay, so as you can see, I can change the information. The teacher always gives them it. It sounds weird, but it is possible. Okay, the teacher gives the homework to the students. Okay, the students receive the homework. Okay, what about number 2? Do I have a direct and indirect object?
Sister.
Mhm. In this case, the object, the indirect object is my little sister. So how can I change it? What is the object pronoun?
Her.
Mhm. I am reading the book to her. I am reading it to her. Okay, very good. Number 3, do I have indirect object here? Number 3? Okay, no.
Voice.
In number 3, we do not have indirect object. We do not have a person receiving something. What about number 4?
John.
Mhm. And how can I change this object pronoun?
Him.
Excellent. Okay. So then, just making a quick review. In this case, these are the indirect object. Indirect object. Indirect object. The first one that we identify, the one in red, is the direct object. Okay. This is important so you know how to identify the different objects in the sentence. Okay. Again, before we continue, is it clear how do we identify the different objects?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, very good. I'm going to erase this and we can continue. Okay, now the other part should be faster because now we know how to do it. Okay, what is the object in the sentence number 6? Can you read it, please? Let me see. Jacqueline, just read the sentence.
Repeat, teacher.
Can you read the sentence number 6? Just read the sentence, please.
Sally is going to see Annie
Okay, thank you very much. So what is the verb in this sentence?
See,
Uh-huh. So what is the object?
and
And excellent. So what is the object pronoun?
Her.
She.
Her. She is the subject. The object pronoun is her. Okay, let's check the number 7. Can you read number 7, please, Maria Rivera?
I don't count the answer.
Just read number 7. Read the sentence. Okay, Miguel Ángel, can you read the sentence number 7, please?
Open the window, please.
Okay, thank you very much. So in this sentence, what is the object?
The object is the window.
Excellent. And what is the object pronoun?
The object pronoun is it.
Perfect. Let's continue. Can you read the sentence number 8, please? Let me see. Marina?
Can you tell the people the way to the airport, please?
Okay, thank you very much. So what is the object in this case?
The people.
Are you sure? Okay, the people is one object. That is true. This is the indirect object. But what is the direct object? What can you tell?
Them.
The question is, what can you tell?
the way.
The way to the airport. Mhm. Okay. So the people is the indirect object because they are receiving the instructions. Okay. So now let's change it for the object pronouns. How can I change the people?
Them.
Them. And the way to the airport?
It.
It.
It. Because it's a thing. Very good. Number 9. Can you read the sentence number 9, please, Jenny? Okay, maybe not. Mauricio, can you read the sentence number 9, please?
The books are for Peter.
Thank you very much. So what is the object here?
The books.
The books is the object? Are you sure? In this case, the books is the subject because it is before the verb. The verb is are. So the books is the subject.
Yes.
So what is the object?
R for Peter. R for Peter.
Peter. Peter is the object because Peter is receiving the books. So Peter is the object. So what is the object pronoun that I use?
Him.
Him. And the last one, can you read the last question, please? Let me see. Danny?
Can you help my sister and me, please?
Okay, very good. Now, what is the object here?
My sister and me.
My sister and me. Me is already an object pronoun, so we are not changing that. But I can change my sister. What is the object pronoun?
Her.
Her.
Okay, very good. All right, are we clear with the object pronouns?
Yes, teacher.
Nice. Let's continue.
Teacher.
Good. Okay. Let's practice. A second. Okay, because of the time, we are just going to do one activity together, but you have this link and also these other links so you can practice on your own. Okay, in the class, we're just going to complete one. Okay, so here we have the information, okay? Where is your dad? I'm talking about the dad. So what is the object pronoun that I use?
Him.
Okay, good. Next one. The cat is thirsty.
It.
The milk is for it. Next one. We are going to the cinema. Would you like to join?
Us.
Excellent. We are thirsty. The cold water is for?
Us.
Very good. The students will come soon. Can you wait for?
Then.
I can't finish the project. Can you help?
Me.
Me.
Nice. Where is your granddad? I want to talk to?
Us.
Him.
Him. Granddad. Are Jim and Michael at home?
Then.
Them. I think this is Michelle, not Michael. Sorry. Okay, let's continue. Where do your parents live?
Then.
Them.
And the last one?
Then.
Them.
Us.
Us.
Paul and I.
Us.
Very good. We got 10. Excellent job. Here you have some other exercises. Let me see if we can make another one. Okay, maybe a few more. You are very beautiful. I love.
You.
Mhm. Number 2, do you like
It.
number 3? Mike is thinner than
Them.
Her.
you and Sandra.
Them.
Them. No, wait. No, because it's not Paul and Sandra. It's you and Sandra.
Us.
Us is Sandra and I. This is not Sandra and I. This is you and Sandra.
Them.
No. Paul
You.
and Sandra. You. Excellent. Because I'm talking about you in plural. You and Sandra. Remember that you is singular, but you is also plural. Okay.
Okay.
Number 4. The students will come soon. Can you wait for
Them.
Them.
Mhm.
Them.
Okay. Do you know
Him.
Him.
Mary and I?
Us.
Excellent. Sally?
Her.
Her.
Good.
Me. And her.
Them.
Them.
I love them.
Them.
Him.
Him.
Okay. And the last one.
Me.
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 Perfect. Okay, you got it. Okay, so again, just before we go, remember in the presentation, I will send the presentation right after we finish. You have the other links. So you practice, the more you practice, the better you get at this, okay? So thank you very much for coming, everybody, and I hope to see you tomorrow.
See you
Good.
tomorrow, teacher.
See you
Have
tomorrow.
a
Have a
good
good night,
night.
teacher.
Bye-bye.
Night.
Good night, teacher.
Have a good night.
Va a llover.